Live and kicking. Hey you guys, welcome to our Tuesday edition of our YouTube Live. This is our Q&A. Have every week here on our YouTube channel. Starts at noon central, pretty darn close to it. So if you are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe. And of course, click on the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you can get notified every time that we do go live. And anytime that we've got any other information that's coming out as well. I don't know if you guys had a chance to take a look at the channel itself, but you can kind of browse around and see some of the training videos that we have, the how-tos. We also have a lot of informative videos on what orientation is like, what the hiring process is like, as well as the different positions, what the running lanes are for each of those positions as well. So anyways, welcome. Thank you for being part of our YouTube Live and then of course our Q&A. And if you didn't know, every Monday we go live on our Facebook channel as well, so you can join us at 4 p.m. Central Time on our Facebook channel. Well, we're going to talk about the driver referral bonus. So what is the driver referral bonus? How can you benefit from the driver referral bonus? And why would you? So for more information, as always, you can get a hold of our recruiting department directly at 888-668-0698. You can also apply directly online at drivedecker.com. So, hey, Amy, good morning, good morning. Justin Jansen, hey, bud, good to see you. Good afternoon. Scott Simons here, how goes it? Jeremy Nunez, good deal. Well, good day to all of you. Cool. All right, we're going to jump in. First off, if you guys have not already seen this, let me see if I can get a video of that. There we go. This is our driver referral program, excuse me. And if you don't already have one of these little sheets, you want one, these little cards, let me know. Get a hold of me on our Facebook channel, facebook.com/DTLinc, and I can get some sent over to you. But really what it is, it's our referral program card that kind of gives a breakdown of what the pay is, how all of the incentives that you can access. So, and we'll go through some of that right now, actually, on our driver referral page. So, which you can access at drivedecker.com/driver-referral. So we'll go through some of that as well. Jeremy says, free food at Fort Dodge today. That's right, it's Tuesday. Tuesday we have like a potluck style luncheon in Fort Dodge. So if you are there, if you're one of our professional drivers, you're there, go over there, visit. You can get a chance to talk to safety and operations and some of the people that you talk to day in, day out, but you don't actually see. So that's your opportunity to kind of visit with everybody there. Say hi and just kind of sit down, have a chat, have a one-on-one, and of course, fill your stomachs with some good food. They take good care of you. So excellent. That's right. Scott was wondering about hiring in Las Vegas. Yes. We do have a couple of Vegas opportunities right now. They're over the road. All of the positions that we have right now that are available out of there are over the road refrigerated. So you'd be based out of our Missoula, Montana terminal. You'd be out about 2 to 3 weeks at a time and then home for 2 to 3 days. So absolutely, Scott, we do have it. We do require 3 months of over the road experience, tractor trailer experience before you would qualify for that. Let me know if you have any questions on that. Some of the basics for the qualifications and stuff like that, I can give you that. Jeremy says he's there, hopefully feeding your tummies. Hey, Katie. My Katie. And Miss Anna. Yes, all referral bonuses are paid within 90 days. Absolutely. So that's the huge plus about the referral bonus. One of the huge pluses. There's a lot to it, you guys. Tons. And actually, so for 2018, 2018 was the first year that we created this larger referral program, kind of this big bonus type thing on the referral program. Sorry, you guys, my voice is kind of going in and out today. Anyways, so 2018 did pretty well. We didn't do a whole lot of buzz about it, so not everybody knew well about it like we were hoping you will this year. Last year, 2019, it grew significantly from the year before. So the first year that we had it, I gotta get my numbers here because I had them written down. Of course, I moved them out of reach. So the first year that we started this in 2018, we had about 70 referrals for the year, which isn't too shabby. But you guys, the referrals, people who are referred to Decker have a better understanding of what to expect from Decker, what we can actually provide you, and what our communication modes are, the different driving lanes, the type of equipment, the type of people we are. That's, it's nice to know what you're getting into when you apply for a new position. And those who are referred obviously have a better understanding because they already have that connection with somebody that they've made, and somebody that they know, like, and trust before they come over to Decker. Well, plus, not only are those individuals, do they have a better understanding of us, but we also have a better understanding of them because we have someone we know, like, and trust that has referred them, and they've already built that relationship. We have the relationship with them, and therefore, big happy family here, and we can just get to know everybody and communicate a whole lot better. And so, knowing what you're looking for, knowing what you're expecting before you dive in is always a plus, because then, nobody likes surprises when they're not quite prepared. Now you throw money at us. We love those surprises. But, for the most part, we like to be educated before we make a move. So if you have any questions whatsoever, like I said, go ahead and give us a call at 888-668-0698. But you could also put any questions that you have in the chat, and I'll answer them as I go along. If you know me well enough, there's always a squirrel in my conversations, so I kind of get sidetracked and come back. Eventually I come back. But we'll answer your questions as we go along so that you don't have to wait too long. Now, if you're watching the replay, then I will text you the questions, or if you give me a way to contact you, I can contact you directly as well. So Jeremy says, Scott, you can put me down for your referral. I will give you a nice Decker keychain. Hey, we have a lot of little pluses. Aaron wanted the air freshener yesterday, and I found one for him. So anyways, yes. Hey, Jackie, good to see you. No, go ahead, Jeremy. Leave that up there. Awesome. Okay, cool. So what else do I want to mention before I dive into the referral program? So in 2018, we started about 70 referrals. Well, in 2019, when the end of the year came, we were at about 120 referrals. So not quite doubling the year before, but definitely putting a big increase on those who were referred, which of course gives a better retention rate for the company, a better view for the company altogether, because we're taking care of you, and we love to see those things. So we do love to take care of you. So we do like those suggestions coming in. I get them on Facebook. I really appreciate them, because then I can share that information as well with those who need to help to make the decisions, that make any changes that we have. This year, last year we were about 12 referrals this time last year. Well, we're already at 22, so you can see that the increase is coming along. Again, these are numbers that I just feel that you should be aware of, you should know, so you can see how we're increasing the right, we're focusing on the right information for you guys. And we haven't had our first quarterly bonus yet, our first quarterly drawing, However, that's going to come up on April 1st. I'll dive in and tell you a little bit more about that. So while we do that, why don't we just hop on to drivedecker.com/driver-referral. Let me get this over here to you guys and give you a chance to take a look at it. There we go. So this is our referral page, drivedecker.com/driver-referral. And this is, really gives you a whole breakdown of what the referral program is all about. So if you start at the top of the page here, we've got earn money. Well, let's click on that and see what we've got for details. You can earn $1,500 per driver for the first 3 drivers that you refer. So basically what that means is if you refer a driver, obviously they need to meet our qualifications, and I'll talk about the qualifications here in just a second. But if you refer a driver and they're hired on, you get paid the $1,500 for that driver, for referring that driver, within 90 days, which is a huge plus. So you don't have to wait for a year or 6 months or whatever. It pays within 90 days. And actually it starts from, the day that they're hired on. So on their first dispatch, you're going to get your first installment of $250. And then you'll continue to get installments as they're here. You'll get $250 after 30 days. So $250 first dispatch, $250 after 30 days. $500 after 60 days, and then the remaining $500 after they've been here for 90 days. So you can see all paid out within 90 days, and you're starting to get a little bit of that settlement each time. And it'll go on your checks if you don't already see that. It'll go on your weekly checks. You get paid every Friday, direct deposit, get all your paperwork in by Saturday, and you get paid on Friday for it. Okay, so I see squirrel just a little bit. So drivers 1, 2, and 3 that you refer in 2020, they'll all be paid at $1,500 per driver within the 90 days. And of course, their payouts will be dependent on when they start. Now, if you refer 4 or more drivers in 2020, there we go, in 2020, you're going to get $2,000 per driver. And then again, that pays out within 90 days of their hire. So you'll get $250 after first dispatch, $250 after 30 days, $500 after 60 days, and then $1,000 after 90 days. So that's how that's going to pay out. You can see right here for $2,000 for drivers 4 and 5 that are referred here in 2020. Now, for 6 or more drivers that you refer in 2020, you'll actually get $2,500 for each driver. So again, it pays out all within 90 days, $250 for first dispatch, $250 after 30 days, $750 after 60 days, and then $1,250 at 90-day mark. So it pays in those lump sums, kind of gives you an idea of what to expect and when to expect it for each referral that comes in. So am I missing any of the comments? No questions so far, so I'm going to keep rolling with some of those details on this program. So taking another look at it, again, all paid within 90 days. Now, if you have been talking to somebody who has worked here at Decker before and they're interested in coming back, that's pretty common actually. If somebody was to leave and they decided, got off the road for a while and wanted to come back, referrals or rehire referrals are definitely out there. We already know what to expect out of that person, that driver. They already know what to expect out of us, and hopefully we can go over and beyond that, their expectations, and give more as well. So with that being said, if you refer somebody who has already been hired at Decker at one point, if say they've been gone for 6 months to a year or whatever, now you can refer them, you'll get paid $400 for that referral, so we've got that bonus as well. If you have any questions on that, let me know, but we definitely have some referrals that we're paying out within the next couple of weeks. So rehire referrals within the next couple of weeks. Now, taking a look at that website one more time and seeing some of the different incentives for the program, click on that incentives button, and here you see you get a free Decker t-shirt after one hire. Now this Decker t-shirt, you guys, you have to earn this t-shirt. This is not a, I'm going to go over to the Decker store, go purchase that t-shirt, like this shirt you can purchase. But the Decker referral t-shirt, you can't purchase, you got to earn it. So that being said, you'll get your driver or your driver referral t-shirt after one hire that's hired on, one referral that's hired on. And you'll get free XM radio for 2 hires within 2020. So if you refer and hire on, and 2 drivers are hired on under your name, then you'll get free XM for 12 months or a full year here in 2020. Personalized elite referral business cards. These are super handy, you guys. If you're going to a truck stop, and not even just a truck stop, if you're at a shipper or receiver, you're anywhere and someone's like, yeah, that's a nice looking truck, which you get that a lot with these trucks. But say they take a look at it, they want to know a little bit more, I've heard some stuff about Decker, tell me a little bit more. What division are you running? That kind of stuff. They start, kind of kicking up a conversation with you. Well, the Driver Elite business cards are super easy way. Once you got that conversation going, maybe you have to go, maybe you just want to kind of leave them with that and just hand it to them. It has your information on it. They can get back to us when it's convenient for them. Or, of course, get on your phone, get that TransFlow app picked up on your phone, and dial us in. As I've got the noises coming on. See? Notification. Okay, so get us dialed in, fill out that TransFlow app with your information and their information so that we are attaching the referral to the right individual, and that'll get you started. You can also see on the website here where it says on the right-hand side, what's on my right-hand side? There we go. Driver referral. So just fill this out with your information, your email address, and it doesn't have to be you filling it out, but it can be the driver that you're referring as well. And then it'll have the driver's name, their telephone number, and email address as well, so that we can contact them for you, kind of, give them the information that they need, so that's relevant to them. So there are definitely a couple of ways that you can get that referral into us. Along with, of course, Facebook, like I said, facebook.com/DTLinc. If you private message us, I'll get that information to all the recruiters. We'll make those phone calls for you and see what we can do about recruiting for you. Also, after 5 referrals, now 5, you get these elite team jacket. The team member jacket, sharp. As of right now, we have 1 individual who has claimed that jacket, and that would be Jesse. Now, so he also won this last year's, I should have had a picture up for you guys. Sorry about that. He also won this last year's grand prize, which, let's take a look at that, and then I'll tell you what all he won. So if you go into the great prizes, which is just one more step, see how many levels we have? Holy smokes, we've got a lot of levels of prizes. So we've got the quarterly prize bonus, which I mentioned just a little bit ago. The quarterly prize is basically a drawing for $750 in cash, or you can choose the tablet or laptop, basically tablet, laptop, or the equivalent of $750 in cash. So you have that, your choice. That's going to be April 1st, July 1st, September 30th, and December 31st. Those are our 4 drawings for the quarterly drawings for those who have referred. Now, how do you get your name into that? Because not everybody gets into that. The winner for the quarterly drawing, and then you get to choose whether or not you want the cash, the tablet, or the iPad, or tablet or laptop or whatever. So those are your options there. Now, that's the quarterly prizes, the quarterly drawings. We also have the grand prize. The grand prize, the qualifications for that are that you have to have a minimum of 5 referrals within 2020. Now, again, Jesse was the individual who had the 5 referrals, so not only did he get the team member jacket, he also was the one who won the grand prize of $2,500. Let's try that again. $2,500 in cash, as well as the option of trading the cash for Las Vegas trip. So you choose either the $2,500 in cash or the Vegas trip, but you have to have a minimum of 5 referrals for that. And that being our second year in December when we did the announcement, that was Jesse Torres that had claimed those 2 prizes. So we like to see a little bit more competition this year, and who will be able to come home with that $2,500 or maybe that trip to Las Vegas. And of course, if you live in the Las Vegas area, maybe the cash is better off for you, as well as the team member jacket. So I'd like to see, a little competition on that. Speaking of, let's take a look at it. So if you roll down, you can see the driver referral standings. These are all the individuals who have referred so far in 2020. And then the little bouncing. I love this. Sorry. I know I do it every time, but it's too fun. So these are the individuals who have actually referred already in 2020. Like I said, we had 22 who have already referred. We had 2 people who have referred twice. Let me see here. Sarah, trying to combine your name here. Sarah, you'll have 2 by the end of this week. And then in addition to this list that you see, we actually have Thomas Potter, James Stillberg, Sarah, and Daniel Douglas, and Christopher Storms. So those will be added as of the end of this week for the referrals. So we just got that information here last night. So excellent. Hey, Mudflap, long time no see. Good to see you. And Jeremy says, anyone can put me down as a referral. You just get the Decker keychain and a real authentic Cajun meal. Ah, that sounds good. You have to meet him in Louisiana. I think they'll take you up on that. A free gator hunting trip on the bayou. Ooh, that sounds fun too. That does sound fun. So, a great comment here, Anna. I don't know if you guys saw this here, but Anna had noted with the TransFlow app on your phone, if you download the TransFlow app, and we have the Decker branded one, so it's the Decker Truckline Transflow app, mobile app. You can use that, access that. You'll be able to access your scorecard, your referral bonuses, your settlements each week. Now, if you're having any problems with that upgraded one, definitely reach out to us and let us know. And there's still the older version that you can use as well, but the upgraded one should be good to go. There are a couple of people who were having issues with it. Best way to fix that though is to uninstall. Make sure that you've uninstalled the previous version too, because it won't work properly if you've got both versions on it. But uninstall and reinstall, and you should be good to go. But anyways, that TransFlow app is a great way to get that information in for a referral to the recruiting department, because it comes to the recruiting department directly on any of those referrals. There you go. And again, the telephone number to the recruiting department is 888-668-0698. There you go. So yeah, basically that is the referral program that we have. Now, in addition to the referral program, most of the time you're wondering, okay, so that's great. How do I qualify? So we do require a minimum of 3 months of over-the-road tractor trailer experience. That's if you're going to look for a van position, a refrigerated position, or our Midwest flatbed division. Now, if you're looking to go coast to coast in our flatbed division, based out of our Bessemer, Alabama terminal, then you're going to need a minimum of 6 months of over-the-road tractor trailer experience. Now, that said, if you have 6 months of experience, tractor trailer experience, but you don't have flatbed, but you still want a flatbed division, that's okay. We can train you in flatbed. So both at the Bessemer, Alabama terminal and our Fort Dodge, Iowa terminal, our corporate office there, we have flatbed training. So securement, tarping, load securement, that kind of stuff, all within the orientation. Plus, if you want more information on that and you want to watch some of those videos, we've got several training videos on our YouTube channel that you can check out and kind of scroll through. And Tanner kind of walks you through each of those securement and tarping steps. And hooking and unhooking, lots of training videos there for you. So, yes, so meeting the criteria. So minimum of 3 months of over-the-road tractor trailer experience in most of the divisions. Again, the flatbed out of the Southeast is going to be a little bit longer with 6 months. You need to be at least 21 years of age. No major moving violations or DOT recordable accidents within the last 3 years. That's going to include, but not limited to, DUIs, DWIs, careless, reckless, erratic lane change or improper lane change, 15 over tickets, 15 over speeding tickets, following too close. Those are all major moving violations, and we can't work with them within the last 3 years. Mobile phone devices, anything like that, where you're preoccupied or something like that. Those are all going to disqualify you for the last 3 years, within the last 3 years. Now, DOT recordable accidents. Any DOT recordable accidents that are preventable, we cannot work within the last 3 years. So if you were towed, if you were towed, if you had, if you were ticketed, if you had any injuries or fatalities involved in the accident, or if the monetary amount was so large that would disqualify you for 3 years. Now, that being said, moving on to the next step, we can work with some tickets and we can work with some accidents or incidents, but they need to be minor. So if you had a backing incident or accident, I'm just going to say accidents for now. So incident, accident, everybody has a little bit different definition of what that term is, but an incident is still an accident to a point. So I'm going to stick with accident. So that being said, if you had a backing accident or maybe a turning accident, but it was minor where there were no injuries, there was no fatality, the monetary amount was minimal in comparison to a DOT recordable accident, and you weren't ticketed for it, therefore it's showing non-preventable. Those are all ones that we can work within the last 3 years. And actually we can work with 2 or 3 within the last 3 years, as long as they are minor. That being said, we cannot work with more than 2 in the last 12 months. So just 2 in the last 12 months is the max for minor accidents. Okay, and the same is going to go for tickets or moving violations. We can work with as many as 3 tickets in the last 3 years, but we can't work with 3 tickets in the last 12 months. No more than 2 tickets or moving violations in the last 12 months. Now, some of the ideas or some of the definitions or tickets that we actually can work with in the last 12 months are going to be a speeding. That's, 1 to 10 over, 1 to 14 over actually, we can work with within the last 12 months, or last 3 years. A seatbelt violation, other moving violations, failure to yield, some of those we can work with within the last 3 years. It just has to be a non-major moving violation and not excessive. Nothing that's excessive or erratic or improper. Okay. Jeremy says, if you put me down as a referral, they will be a combo of hunting trip alligators and a $200 class Bayou Bucks trip. This is sounding better and better all the time. Mike says, I sent an app in a month ago, never heard back. Well, let me take a look at it. Is it under Atkins? If it's under anything else, you're going to need to let me know. And I will check on it, and we will give you a call right after this, Mike. All right. And of course, let's also, let me write this down before I forget, Mike. App. Okay. I also want to remind you that if you guys are applying, make sure that you do an application in the upper right-hand corner on the website. So I'm just going to bounce you right back over here so that you can take a look at that. But if you go to the website, and here in the upper right-hand corner, it says apply now. That is the full app. Now this is just a quick app, and really if you're on our main page here, which is drivedecker.com, I'm just going to drivedecker.com. This quick apply here on the right-hand side, this is just a real short, kind of get some information to me. This will be a chat here over to me as well. But this is just some of the basic information. It isn't enough to get you approved. You should still be contacted, but it won't be enough to get you approved. Now, for a full application, we'll need you to go right here to apply now. And this is going to be the full application. It's an Intelli app. I think you guys are pretty familiar with the Intelli app. It's trying to load. There we go. And it'll just make sure that you have some of the basics, making sure that you qualify, and then you go ahead and go next. A couple of the qualifying factors there, and then it'll allow you to start filling out the application. Now, once you start filling out the application, it'll basically auto-populate if you've filled out an Intelli app before. Cool? Cool. So that is that. Let's get back to my Drive Decker page here in case anybody has any questions on that. Our referral page. Okay. Could it be under Michael or Mike? Well, I'll check both. Doesn't matter. I'll take care of it. We'll double check and get back to you on that one, okay? Also, if you guys have any questions, you want to talk to a recruiter directly, reach out to us at 888-668-0698 or apply online at, like I said, drivedecker.com. I already said it. You're good. So I'll take care of that for you, Mike. Some of the other qualifications, of course, we do have the 3-month qualification in Midwest Refrigerated, Midwest Flatbed, Midwest Van, and then over-the-road Refrigerated, and then the 6 months for the over-the-road Flatbed. Tractor trailer is required. Let's talk about some of the different positions that we have available. We talked just briefly about the Las Vegas position that we have. We have a couple of those available right now, and it's over the road. It's based out of Missoula, Montana. Orientation and everything right now is going to be based out of Fort Dodge, which again is our main terminal. And we'll take care of transportation to get you over there. We usually do a rental car or a flight to get you there. We'll pay for the gas. We'll basically take that concern, that expense off your shoulders. Don't worry about it. We do have a repayment agreement that we'll have you take a look at during orientation, and that's just basically recognizing that, hey, we've made this investment in you. We just ask that if you were to leave within the first 6 months, that you'd be responsible for a portion of it. Then at 6 months, it's wash clean. Every month we deduct 100, and then at 6 months, it's wash clean. But there's that during orientation too. But that's why we want to kind of take a look at some of the different options, flight as well as rental, and see what's going to be the most feasible for you. And probably never even pay that back, so you're good. So the over-the-road refrigerated, based out of Missoula, Montana, it's usually 2 to 3 weeks out at a time, and then home for 2 to 3 days. But it depends on where you live. So if that's a position that you're looking for to run coast to coast in our refrigerated division, then just reach out to one of the recruiters at 888-668-0698. You can see the number right there. Kind of. Can't really see it. There, against black. If you give us a call, one of the recruiters a call, they'll give you more details on what we have in your area to make sure that we can hire out of your area. All right. Now, that being said, we do have a handful of positions that actually can get you home on a more weekly, even 2-week basis. So I got an update here for you. For Missoula, Seattle, Los Angeles, and Kennewick, we can do about a 7 to 10 day out period for you. So not quite every weekend, but 7 to 10 day out for sure. And then we can also do a 12 to 14 day out in that same area. Missoula, Montana, Seattle, Washington, Kennewick, Washington, and Los Angeles, California. In addition to Modesto, California, which I did have somebody ask me that earlier this week. I'll have to go back and figure out, that was on my Facebook channel, facebook.com/DTLinc. And so I'll have to go back and search to see who that was, because it was the Modesto area. If you're within 50 miles of Modesto, we can get you home about every 12 to 14 days there. That might be something that you're interested in. And we'll give you some more details on that. Jeremy goes, the food is so good here in the cafeteria. Yes, and then Tuesdays during orientation, if you're doing orientation in Fort Dodge, which, by the way, orientation is a week long. If you're doing orientation in Fort Dodge, we have the Tuesday potluck style luncheon. But your meals are provided, your hotel is provided, your transportation, meals. Now, that's the only one where it's kind of more of a potluck style, like family style. But we do bring in sandwiches, pizza, and stuff like that for lunches. And then breakfast is usually at the hotel. And then dinner, we usually give you a gift card to go grab something to eat during the evening as well. So there's a couple of different restaurants in the area that you'll have access to. Some good ones to try out. So other positions that we have available right now, we have the Midwest van position. So if you live anywhere from Lincoln, Nebraska to Gary, Indiana, and along I-80, we do have Midwest van. It's semi-dedicated, so for the most part, you're going to the same plants. It's pet supplies. So you're going to the same plants, and then you're just going to distribute them to a variety of different locations. Now, on the way back to the plants, that could be a number of different customers that we have. And yes, we are definitely customer-based. So it is, it's semi-dedicated, coming out from the same location, but you're coming back from in the Atlanta area, Hartwell area, Georgia, and we've got Anderson, South Carolina, areas that we do hire for our for our van, as well as along I-80 there. So if you have questions, if you want to get into the van position, not quite sure if you're in the area, just reach out to us, either right here on our chat, on our Facebook channel, facebook.com/DTLinc, or give us a call at 888-668-0698. We've got a lot of opportunity there, so why don't you just give us a holler and we'll give you some more details on availability. Speaking of availability, we have our Midwest Guaranteed Flatbed Division. Midwest Guaranteed Flatbed Division. Okay, sorry, I had to say that out loud again to make sure that I was right on. But we did extend the hiring area for that, and we're trying to do more and more of this because we know that the guaranteed pay is kind of that peace of mind, letting you know that, hey, look at how much you can budget on a weekly basis, because now you can budget because you know what you're going to be making on a weekly basis. Now, the guaranteed pay positions that we do have, you do need to be available for dispatch. You need to have on-time delivery, so no driver service failures. Get all of your paperwork in on time, and so those are basically your qualifications. You get those qualifications, you'll get in this case, for the Midwest referral that you've got there. If you live anywhere from, Mason City to Fort Dodge, Iowa, to Chicago, up to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, back down to Mason City, anywhere along that route, you qualify for our Midwest Flatbed Guaranteed Pay Division. Also a couple of areas, Omaha, Nebraska, we've opened it up for that. So if you live within 50 miles of Omaha, that's another option for you for guaranteed pay for the Midwest Flatbed Division, as well as Hedrick, Iowa. So that's also new for us. So Hedrick, Iowa, that's an additional Midwest Guaranteed Pay Flatbed Division that we have. But we do have a couple of options that we're very limited to those in the Omaha area. We've got 2 positions available for that Midwest Guaranteed Flatbed. If you want to talk to a recruiter, 888-668-0698, and then of course drivedecker.com for more information on that. Okay. Also for the Midwest Refrigerated Guaranteed Pay, that one's $1,250 a week, so $1,250 for the week. Again, guaranteed pay, making sure that you get your paperwork in, you're available for dispatch, no driver service failures. Those are the qualifications. Basically, doing your job. I know they're really basic qualifications, but you got to lay them out there. But you got the qualifications for the guaranteed pay. It's $1,250 a week. You need to live anywhere from Omaha to Chicago on I-80 or Albert Lea to Chicago on I-90. Kansas City is another fantastic location for us for that Midwest Refrigerated Guaranteed Pay. So more information, drivedecker.com, or talk to one of the recruiters and we'll give you details there. Now for our over-the-road flatbed based out of Bessemer, over-the-road flatbed, made sure I said the right thing. Out of Bessemer, Alabama. For the most part, we can get you home on a weekly basis if you live in the central to northern part of Alabama and Georgia. Other than that, it's about 2 weeks out at a time, basically every other weekend for most hiring areas there. So from Texas to the Carolinas, figure about every other weekend. We also run a lot of the Southeast and the Midwest. So not only just a Southeast position, it's a lot of Midwest. It's a coast to coast, really. It is a total coast to coast position, but the majority of the freight is in the Midwest and the Southeast. So for additional details, you just let me know. The pay is anywhere from 47 cents a mile to 54 cents a mile, depending on your experience. 10 cents of that's per diem, so you're not taxed on it. And then again, you're probably looking about $1,100, $1,200 a week gross on that, maybe even a little bit more. We do have one position available one local position available out of Bessemer, Alabama. We do require experience. Remember how I mentioned that we train for flatbed? In the local position that's based out of Bessemer, we actually require flatbed experience. It's a Monday through Friday position, maybe a random Saturday every once in a while, but Monday through Friday for the most part. Pays $17 an hour, usually starts around 7 a.m., and it's local. So we ask that you have coil, flatbed strapping, tar beam strapping experience, especially coil experience. That's ideal. But yeah, it's local. You can go through orientation and everything in Bessemer, Alabama, and you can apply at the same location, drivedecker.com for those details. I also have 2 positions available out of our Tifton plant, our Tifton dedicated. Now this is another guaranteed pay of $750 a week. You're home multiple times throughout the week, and you're hauling Conestoga trailers. So ideally we want somebody who has flatbed experience, but the Conestoga trailers, you'll be trained in those as well. If you've never driven them before, you'll be trained with the Conestoga trailers. And you'll be running, for the most part, Georgia, of course, Alabama, and South Carolina, parts of northern Florida as well. But those are the main areas that you'll be running, getting home multiple times a week. Sometimes you might even get home daily, might be every other day, maybe even every 2 days. So it's definitely more local. You're getting home a lot more often in this dedicated position, again, based out of Tifton, Georgia. So more details on that, you can talk to a recruiter at 888-668-0698. If you're just kind of looking to see what positions you have available or we have available in your area, then just seriously, the best way to do that is just to call a recruiter. We can kind of walk through what it is that you're looking for and align that with what we have available and make sure we're suggesting the right one for you. If you flat out know what you want, then you let us know and we'll just get you all those details. Right. Any other questions on what we currently have available here at Decker? The van one is keeping the guys busy. We can definitely continue to move forward with that and offer more information. A van, again, that's along I-80 for the most part. But if you live in Anderson, South Carolina, Hartwell, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, we've got positions there too. That one's going to put you home about every 2 weeks if you live in the Southeast, in those specific hiring areas in the Southeast. But if you live along I-80, it's going to get you home on a weekly basis. That's van. That is van. Any other questions on that part? Go ahead and leave it in the comments. All right. Well, that's for the most part. That's it. We do have a Fort Dodge short haul position as well. That's also guaranteed pay. We love to give more and more of these. And as we are taking a look at the numbers and as we're able to show more and more guaranteed, or as we can figure out more and more guaranteed options, we will continue to unveil those to you. But for the Fort Dodge short haul guaranteed pay, that's $1,000 a week. And it's more, for the most part, you need to be out of Fort Dodge, Iowa. You need to be out of maybe even Sioux City, Iowa. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We can get you home a couple of times a week in Sioux Falls. But for the most part, if you live in Fort Dodge or Omaha, we can get you home, multiple times a week and home on the weekends, probably 3 times a week, and home on the weekends in the 9/8. All right. So yeah, that's what we've got available. One other position out of Fort Dodge. This is a local position though. Gets you home daily. It starts at 11 p.m. So definitely night driving in this one. We have night driving in most of our positions, by the way, but definitely night driving. This one is a hopper position. We only have one available, but it's a hopper position. Starts at 11 p.m. and it pays per shift. So you're going from Fort Dodge, Iowa to Blair, Nebraska. It pays $250 for each shift starting at 11 p.m. So again, $250 for Monday through Friday. But on Saturday and Sunday, if you're doing a Saturday or Sunday shift, which you will every other weekend basically, then you're going to get $275 per day. There you go. $275 per day. So basically, this is how that shift works. It's 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off, and then it goes right back to 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 3 off, and continue forever and ever. So that's the dedicated out of Fort Dodge. That's home daily. It is a hopper position, just one available. If you're interested, let us know at 888-668-0698. Cool. Well, my question to you, this is what I'm leaving you guys with. What or how many referrals do you plan on having for 2020? I'm trying to decide what should be your basis. Do you want to do it as a monetary amount? Like, do you want to make, say, hey, I want to make $11,000 more through the referral bonus for 2020? Or is it, hey, I want to refer 5 drivers for 2020? Let me know. That's what I want to know. I say 5. Have your goal be at least 5. Actually, have your goal be at least 6. Because if your goal is 6, then you're going to be getting paid $2,500 for that last driver that you refer. $2,500. Plus, you'll have the opportunity to win that driver referral jacket and a possible running into that Las Vegas or $2,500 in cash for the grand prize. So whoever refers the most in 2020 will receive that grand prize of $2,500. And if it's a tie, then that's a different story. We'll have to figure out what to do then, but that's the grand prize. So excellent. Like I said, if you want one of these, get a hold of me, let me know, and I will send you a copy of it. So you've got the breakdown of, what you can earn, what the incentives are, and what the grand prizes or what the additional prizes are for the driver referral bonus. And if you want the business cards, you got to refer 3 or more drivers. But let me know. Let me know how I can help. We do appreciate the testimonials. We've gotten a couple wonderful testimonials that people have shared on our Facebook and our YouTube channel. Facebook's got a ton of them. Just testimonial after testimonial of why Decker, why you would choose Decker. We love to see those, you guys, and they're fantastic. If you want help leading people to those to maybe help you refer, let me know, and I can try and get like a URL or a link that you can use to get them over to Decker, or get them, to basically referred by you, basically market by referred by you. Let me know if that works for you. All right, Jeremy, are you almost done eating today? What is it? What is lunch at Fort Dodge today anyway? Jason Watson says, what do you all have out of California home about every 2 weeks, 12 to 14 days in our over-the-road refrigerated division? It runs a lot of the West and to Midwest for the most part, but a lot of the West. And then we also have our over-the-road refrigerated, which is coast to coast. Same division, just a little bit different, running lanes and home time. So you'd be running a longer length of haul in the over-the-road. obviously, than you would if you're getting home about every 12 to 14 days. And if you live in the Los Angeles area where you're home about every 7 to 10 days, you'll be running a lot shorter distance as well. Mostly the I-5, maybe up to Washington, Oregon, but a lot of California, a lot of Nevada, maybe even Arizona. Those positions pay anywhere from 41 to 48 cents a mile, depending on your experience. And so that's all based off your experience. 10 cents of that is per diem, so you're not taxed on 10 cents a mile. And then you do have, of course, the bonuses. The sign-on bonus, like I haven't mentioned much of that, but the sign-on bonus is $2,500 for any of our over-the-road positions, our Midwest Refrigerated, our Midwest Flatbed, not the guaranteed pays, but the Midwest, because it has a mileage requirement. The mileage requirement is 110,000 miles for van or refrigerated and 100,000 miles in 1 year for flatbed. So you have to meet that minimum mileage requirement by the end of your first year, and you'll get paid in one lump sum that $2,500. But Jason, yeah, that's what I have. So I do have Over the Road Refrigerated. If you want more details, let me know. Obviously, put it in the chat, or you can call one of the recruiters, 888-668-0698, or apply online at drivedecker.com. All right, any other questions? Otherwise, Jeremy must have been done eating because he hasn't responded. What are you eating, Jeremy? He's at Fort Dodge in the cafeteria, having a good meal. They feed you well. Cool. All right, so I think I pretty much hit on everything for the referral bonus, but if you guys have any questions, then of course let us know. Again, one more time, that telephone number is 888-668-0698. You can apply online at drivedecker.com, and we'll take good care of you. Mike, speaking of taking good care of you, Mike Atkins, I will be calling you here shortly, addressing that app and hopefully having some answers for you. So, all right, you guys, you have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you next week here on our YouTube channel next Tuesday at noon Central for a little more Q&A. And then, of course, don't forget on our Monday at 4 p.m., we have our live as well. So 4 p.m. Central on our Facebook page. Facebook.com/DTL Inc. So Facebook.com/DTL Inc. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. We will see you next week. Please be safe and check out for the weather. Take care.